Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Life Review. My name is Dave, and the final episode of Isaac Asimov's Foundation on Apple TV dropped. It was a bittersweet experience. I liked the episode. There were plus points and minus points, and I'll tell you in a few minutes why. So this episode was titled "The Leap," and in this, Enchanter Brother Day has to make a decision about what to do with Brother Dawn. He is no longer a perfect genetic clone of Emperor Cleon I. Brother Dusk, being an asshole, wants to have his younger brother destroyed and replaced. But Day has had a change of heart after his trip to the Maiden. The Empire storyline has far and away been the most compelling storyline for all of season 1. It's not that I didn't enjoy the other parts of the season, because I did, but there was something unique about the Empire, and deep and authentic plotline really made it stand out. And of course, as always, Lee Pace is outstanding as Brother Day. We see the wrath of Brother Day, who confronts Azura and explains what she took away from him. To destroy her legacy, he kills everyone that she ever knew or would remember her after she was gone. He then confines her to an automated isolation cell where she will be sensory deprived but kept conscious. That was awesome, the way he erased all existence of Azura but still kept her alive. Very cold and heartless. It shows the ruthlessness of Brother Day, even when we see a tender side of him when it comes to dealing with Brother Dawn, because he has come to see him as a surrogate son. But we see that in his heart he is still a ruthless, cold person. So now there is two versions of Harry Sheldon out there. One is the actual Harry in the vault, reconstructed by nanomachines from the molecular level, and the other is a digital recording of Harry's brain waves headed for Helicon, where I guess it will set up the second foundation. Harry Seldon of the First Foundation addresses the people on Terminus and urges an alliance with Anacreon and Thespis. Salvor Hardin is surprised to learn that he wasn't behind her visions, and learns that Gale Dornick and Rage Floss are her biological parents, and the vision that she was seeing was from Gale and from Rage to an extent. But it was mostly Gale, and that's the reason she was seeing the childhood versions of Rage and Gale. She decides to leave Terminus to look for Gale, and her mother gives her the Prime Radiant to take with her. Gale wakes up 138 years after she left the Raven and arrives at Synax. When she visits her old abandoned home, she notices a beacon under the water. She finds a cryopod and pulls Salvor from it. The mother and daughter meet for the first time and are both surprised that they were able to find each other. That was unbelievably convenient. Look, see, a century have passed. She was from somewhere else. Salvor came from somewhere else, and meeting just at that moment, he saw the beacon and she went inside, and it was just so conveniently Salvor. That was really, really unbelievable. I wish they did not do that, but it took away from the believability factor a little bit. There was a lot of things which these are made very convenient in this episode or even in this whole season. An example of that is the story Harry tells of the huntress of Anacreon who was killed on her wedding night to a thespian by the second Emperor Cleon, second Cleon clone, and everyone believed him at a face value. No one questioned him, no one tried to fact check it, but everyone believed that. Again, that was something I felt a little hard to digest. The true bitch of the series turned out to be Demerzel. She killed Dawn after promising to protect him, and then the look she gave Day, damn, that was cold. She got a sweet revenge on Day for making her kill Zephyr Halima 2 episodes ago. I was stunned and speechless when Dawn crumpled to the ground, dead. I had never predicted this would happen. I never thought about it. I thought Demerzel would protect him like a mother. But as it turns out, Demerzel's programming doesn't compel her to obey any of the Cleons except the very first one. His voice is still the one that is ultimately controlling the dynasty, even beyond the grave. But one thing is certain, Demerzel of this series that we see here is not R. Daniel Oliver from the books. Those of you who have read the books know that R. Daniel Oliver was a very important character for not just Foundation but for the whole of Asimov series, including Robot, Empire, and Foundation. This episode was not a good one. It was not as good as the last one, which I think was the best of season 1. There was again pacing problems, and the plot was slow And as I said, it was like very convenient in some spots, unbelievably so, and mostly boring except for the Trantor storyline. There are still many mysteries and unanswered questions after season 1 finale. The Apple TV adaptation has gone in its own direction, but there are many connections to Asimov's original works in the first season. In essence, I think it is still Asimov's foundation, even when they have taken huge liberties. The feeling that I got after seeing this one, that yeah, the essence, the storyline, the spirit of Asimov is still there. We can see that it is foundation. The important plot points are there, but yeah, it's hugely different, and you will have to take it as it is. Don't think of it as a direct adaptation, but yeah, they are doing it their own thing, and I hope that season 2 will be better. Many there are many series out there which takes up the entire season 1 to build up, but it becomes exceptional as the series goes ahead. I hope that is true for Foundation also. I think there will be a considerable time jump when season 2 begins. Dave will turn out to be a defective clone of Cleon, and Dusk will come after him to kill him, and maybe it will be he who brings about Trantor's downfall when the Foundation comes knocking on Trantor's door with a fleet of Invictus ships. That's all for today, guys. I hope you liked my review. Do tell me in the comment section what you liked about this episode and the series as a whole. And I will see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.